episodes. I think it's about 10 episodes. He's building a spirit bomb, which is like an energy thing above his head, just holding his arms up, trying to get the spirit bomb ready to throw at someone, and he misses.
Yeah, that's right. And he misses, right?
You know what? That probably makes it great because like some of the shows, you go, I know what's going to happen at the end of this. He's gonna win, and it's great.
Yeah. But
But
the
then
other
that
thing
happens.
is with Dragon Ball that it was funny is like, all right, okay, he like 10 episodes in for a battle, and he finally beats the guy. Wait, nope, he's got one more transformation. He's going to transform one more time, so
This
it
isn't
starts
even
all
my
over
final
again.
form.
That's Naruto. You can have a guy or a girl that's out and dead, and then all of a sudden, it was something hidden up its sleeve. Now it's back up again and stronger than before. Like, why didn't you?
Yeah,
use
It's like
first?
that kid.
Yeah, that's what I
It
was
was
saying. Why
like,
did you use that
like
first?
me as a child when I was like, I can block it.
Yeah, no matter.
I got the force
I had
field.
this thing.
All right, so I made a couple that I've watched some anime that a little not as popular. One of them is called Hellsing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Is a British one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a vampire story, and this organization, the Hellsing organization, has actually trapped Dracula, but they can't use Dracula, so his name is Alucard.
Oh yeah, okay, because there's many of them.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not
There's
sure
a
which
couple,
one you're
yeah.
speaking.
But this is really good. I really like it. I like the fact that
Yeah,
you
it's pretty
had
good. It's on Netflix.
Alucard with
Yeah.
Police Girl.
Yeah.
You know,
He
yeah.
turns her.
Was this
yeah.
the one on Netflix that
Yeah,
just
there's-
came out?
Was it on Netflix?
There's two of them in Netflix. There's two Helsing.
'Cause
Oh,
I saw. I have the DVDs.
Oh, yeah. It's on Netflix. Yeah, you can check it out.
Oh, I gotta go find it.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I love that series.
Right.
And then there's another one. I'm gonna butcher the name.
Vampire Hunter D.
It's,
It's
it's
kind of
called-
like Helsing.
Bacano. It's Baccano! Exclamation mark. Right.
Oh, okay.
So this takes place in the early 1900s, and it's on a train ride. And it's like you said earlier, where here's the story, and then a couple episodes in, it just takes a right turn into something else. This is a horror anime.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, I was gut-wrenched in some of these scenes, but it's really good story. And you really get into the characters and what they have to deal with on this
Right.
train. So go watch that. Find it, go watch it.
Nice. I'll check it out. All right. One thing I wanted to... Are we done with the trivia?
Yeah, trivia's done. Trivia's
Who
always
won?
been done. Connie kicked your ass. And I
I
didn't want to bring
whooped
it
you,
up, but
boy.
since you're going to ask anyways,
Whooped you.
you didn't get one question right.
Whatever.
Which I think it goes to that thing where when we have guests, you don't do so well.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I can't show you the paper while I'm doing the...
Yeah, it's
I'm going to cut that part out.
Yeah, cheetah.
You're not supposed to cut this out. You're going to have to cut that out.
All right, so, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of great anime out there, great movies, great shows.
Mhm.
What's some of your favorites?
Oh, I think we should go with Connie. Connie should tell us.
Connie, what's your favorites?
I mean, obviously Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, but Death Note is like one of my all-time favorites. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it. Death Note is this one kid who finds a journal and he begins writing names in it, and those people mysteriously die from a heart attack, whose ever name he wrote down, and it just gets more intense from there. He discovers his power, gets a big head about it, and there's someone else trying to take him down. Ultimately, it gets into a big battle of wits of him trying to figure out what his name is to try and take him down.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
the
have
other
to know
guy.
the guys.
Yeah.
I remember seeing.
I saw, when I was looking up trivia for today, that there was a lot of kids that were writing down their teacher's name.
Oh, no.
So my wife was a teacher. To any student of hers, please don't ever write her name down.
We gotta save
That's-
Corey.
So, yeah.
They don't know her maiden name.
That's right. What happens then? I don't like if they have a name change. I mean, it's not her born name.
Is it if it's legal? Does the demon know? Like, if it's like,
Yeah, they know.
Change it in the court.
Yeah, there's a
like,
special power that they can find out the
okay,
actual
yeah.
name, and it's written about
Okay.
their head.
All right. Well, I saw the live action, like we were talking about earlier, and it wasn't great, but I don't think it was that bad.
I like the CGI monster on there, the demon.
Yeah. Well,
whatever.
okay. So who's the guy who plays the Green Goblin in the original Spider-Man?
His name is
It's a weird name. It's like
Willem
Dafoe.
I was like Dafoe, lady. William Dafoe.
All right. So Willem Dafoe plays the bad guy, the demon, and he's really good because
He's great.
Yeah, I don't even think they had to put makeup on him because he's a creepy looking dude to begin with. Sorry, Willem. I think you're talented.
He's got some features that
Yeah,
are very
he's very
pronounced.
distinct.
It's the voice that makes him.
And also, he's got like that raspy voice.
So that's cool.
Not to the level of Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
All right, almost there.
Iago is my favorite. That's his character. His Iago is my
right
favorite
from
Aladdin.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite?
My favorite anime of all time?
Mm-hmm.
It was really tough because I'm gonna have to say Naruto. Naruto is my all-time favorite, and I got some others. I did see. I think that one of the first anime I saw was Ninja Scroll.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see the movie?
Yeah. I've seen some of it. I hardly remember it. But
it's violent. And I'm pretty sure there was a rape scene in it.
Yikes!
It's not for kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember it was a well done movie.
Oh, okay. Ninja Scroll.
Ninja
but that
Scroll.
was so Naruto's your favorite. Why is Naruto your favorite? What is the
well, the reason Naruto is so good is I really got into the characters. Even though it starts off very kidsy, where they're all on the playground and they have to learn everything.
Right.
But I fell in love with those characters, and I watched them grow and watched them battle.
Love interests that were kind of mixed up. That was tough. Like to watch those love interests changing and
it was like Naruto really likes Sakura.
Yeah, he loves Sakura.
Who was the girl with
Hinata?
Hinata, right?
Hinata.
Loves Naruto. Now Sakura loves Sasuke. Sasuke loves no one.
It's like a soap
Sasuke,
opera.
little emo boy.
Yeah.
Don't get me into this. Oh my god.
Well, who would you want to see end up with who? I mean,
they already
right?
Yeah,
They're already booed up. They got children's.
There's Obito. You never watched Obito?
I stopped watching around. There's this massive battle that takes place of like they bring all these Hokages.
Oh, the
were
resurrection one.
Right, and I stopped. And I went to go look for it again. I couldn't find where I was at, what place.
It's hard to find where you're at. Like I have trouble.
Oh yeah, I had that
back.
issue.
And then I saw some that were like I was like way after, and I'm like, wait, I don't know when did this happen? And it was like because I had skipped like a good
episode 528. This I haven't seen. I started watching. And go, nope, I've seen it. Right.
This hasn't become an issue until the very end because like that was my one in high school. Like I would show up to school with my Naruto headband and everything.
You had the jacket and everything.
Yes,
she had a really cool
did.
Naruto jacket.
I
awesome.
had everything.
I like wearing that.
I was so into it. So yeah, I would watch them as soon as they came out, like the manga. As soon as it came out, I would read it, so I would never have to worry about that until.
We used to go to Barnes and
later.
Nobles and look for the mangas, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Naruto, and then I got caught up, and then I started reading the manga just to get
right, so you
ahead.
can see. Yeah.
So I think that also messed me up for a while.
Right, that me too. Because I read the manga like way ahead of where those English dubs were, and then I saw the Japanese dubs, and then I got completely lost there. Like, where am I on? Like.
So we were talking about this earlier. I started watching Naruto in the Japanese with the English subtitles, and then I found an English version. I could not watch it because I was so used to the other voices.
Of course, yeah, and there's always that debate out there, like which is better, the English dub and the subs, but ultimately, I think if you're a true fan, you'll appreciate both.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Like sometimes
you
get, especially if you're an adult, you get too busy. You can't really watch anime or anything, and you have to you go just set it to English, which is what people hate usually. So then you can multitask.
I think she brings up something I wanted to talk about a little bit is the culture that is here in the U.S. and I guess the whole world now at this point. The anime culture, which kind of digs into like the Comic-Cons and stuff.
It's definitely growing.
Yeah. Every it's been like at first it was like a group, of people like that you'd see. Now it's become more universal though. I think more people are enjoying it. So then you have the people that are like, well, if you really love it, you would know this or you would do this. But at the same time,
it's so funny that these are happening now because before these topics would never come into hand because nobody would.
It was
like
for nerds.
Anime.
It was for geeks. Or it was like not something
I would
cool.
get bullied so hard in school.
Yeah, that was yeah. So the people who wore like the anime stuff were kind of like the. Yeah, the not
different
like
clips.
Outsiders. So, yeah,
and now you see all these cosplayers, and it's amazing that they can there's so much
It's
appreciation. There's so much stuff that you
acceptance
can
now.
find for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can look it up with a Google search or anything.
Do you do
Like-
much cosplaying?
I've done my own stuff, not lately anymore, since it
She
does
does some
take a
cool
lot
stuff.
of
She
Yeah.
used to. We used to go to the Comic-Con stuff, like not Comic-Con, like the comic.
the local ones,
Local
yeah,
stuff.
the small ones. I
Yeah.
would have my little outfits on.
She would.
I
She
make
would
from
wear some stuff that
scratch.
people would stop us and take pictures with her. So she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So-
So how come you stopped, or you just stopped for now?
It's expensive, right?
Yeah, it's really expensive, and it's time consuming, and especially with work and school. It's kind of
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
these shows have becoming ridiculously expensive. From what I remember, we would pay like $20 to get in. Now it's like $60 to get
Yeah,
in, and now it's like
definitely.
$80 to get in. Now
Did you go to
every time.
SuperCon that happened this past weekend?
I didn't know. I was trying to go, but I didn't get to go. I had to work.
Uh,
Responsibilities.
Yeah, that's. I went to one where we saw the Green Ranger. We saw Were
Which
you
one
there?
was that?
that was like a year ago.
MetroCon,
I don't know.
maybe?
But I saw the what's it called? The Incredible Hulk, the old guy. What's his name?
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, he's huge. And I saw the old
He's always out
Superman,
there.
not the old Superman, like Dean Cain.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
there's only one Superman for me, and that's Christopher Reeve.
William Shatner was there too. Like, those are fun. But anyway,
Yeah.
I was trying to get back to the cultural part of it. Is that I saw this thing, like a meme, something the other day, is how like with anime it kind of crosses a lot of lines where people they can be like cool hip hop guys, but they love anime. You know? Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
what
like,
bonds you together is the anime.
The anime,
Yeah.
yeah. Like you see some like kid like dressed up like all alternative, or and then you see some guy like wearing like gangster clothes, and they're like united by anime because they both love Dragon Ball Z or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's so much great entertainment out there, and if you could find some common ground to anything,
You're right.
it's like, oh man, you love that show. I love that show too.
Right. And I was we were talking a little bit, that was with Connie too, is how these animes have impacted your life, and you were saying about like you were picked on because you like that stuff,
Yeah.
but did watching some of that stuff affect you the way you think, or the way you see the world, or how you like talk to people, or anything like that? Do you think like you took anything? Because there's so much like moral aspects to those comics, and I mean to those animes and mangas.
I know with me, I started running with my hands behind my back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Up.
Just the other day I did that. I was like, ninja run.
That makes you
Like,
run faster. It's proven.
It's
If
proven,
you don't
it's
know what we're
aerodynamic.
talking about, go watch Naruto for an episode.
Yeah, it makes you aerodynamic.
Right,
if you put
right.
your hand
Yeah.
behind you.
No,
What
go
else
ahead.
are you gonna do with your arms?
Yeah. You better put him in front like an
Next
Don't
time we
be
do one of
stupid.
our races, like Spartan, we're gonna run like ninja run.
run like a T-Rex. What? You got a ninja
Nice.
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah, so I mean, there is a lot of stuff in these anime as moral stories.
Yeah, I definitely think it's impacted the way I thought and everything, and I don't know, it's a completely different culture, and made me research that, and made me more
That's it,
open
yeah.
to like and accepting for anything. 'Cause I don't know, empathy
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Right, seeing the other people's side, like you were saying, I think
Yeah.
they give you that. Sailor Moon was pretty funny because she
Oh no.
she had like the Sailor Moon says.
Oh.
Like like at the end of every episode, she'd give you like a.
Oh, Sailor Moon says that was only for the American version.
Oh,
The
really?
yeah, the Japanese didn't have it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because I guess I had to cut some stuff out because
Right, but it was it was silly because it was like Sailor Moon says, "Brush your teeth." So,
Yeah.
like, it was like, but
always be true to your friends.
what do you think I was gonna say?
I don't know, like Power Rangers or something. Like
Oh, she thought I was gonna bring in the Power Rangers.
that.
That doesn't count
And
'cause that's
now-
not anime.
Yeah, I know. But Connie watched the Power Rangers a lot, and she used to transform and beat the crap out of me. all
Wink
the
twice
time.
if you want me to cut this part out.
Yes, let's cut this out. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, the Power Ranger Connie was fought many battles against me and won.
What was your favorite Power Ranger? Since we're not going to talk about it
The
anyways.
pink one,
Pink
and then when
Ranger.
she turned into yellow, it was the yellow one for a bit, and then she went back to the pink one.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mhm.
that's why I mentioned the Green Ranger, because they were like, "Oh my God, it's Tommy."
We're talking about like culture. I
Mhm.
remember the movie Princess Mononoke, and it's a spoiler alert because I'm going to talk about the end of the movie. Connie, explain what the movie's about. Did you ever see it?
Yeah.
You
I
can
can't-
tell
I can't go through it right now.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so there's a whole village that does industry. I think that they're like metal welders and stuff
Right.
like that, and they're encroaching on the forest and doing damage. So these spirit creatures start coming out to save the forest.
Like
And
Fern
now-
Gully.
So it's a battle between nature and industry, and at the end they have to find